For $16.99, you can buy a $50 pack of these guys known as tadpole shrimp, or their uh, Latin name as Triops longicatus. Tadpole shrimp um, have a broad shield like carapace covering the front of their body and an elongated abdomen tipped with two long tails. And when fully grown, they may be about 40 millimeters long and are a golden brown color. The feathery gills are on their legs, and there are three eyes present on their heads. I mean, I see two. Maybe I'm missing one. Um, so apparently they're even in Colorado. I only know about this from watching that uh, Deep Look video. Yeah, they're really cool. I don't know. I like the look of them. But distribution in Colorado, potentially widespread, is known to occur in the western states of the U.S., as well as the provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan. The long-tailed tadpole shrimp is also present in parts of Asia and South America. Uh, they're a resident of small, very temporary pools that form after heavy rainfall or flash floods. Flooding that covers the dormant eggs causes them to hatch, and the tadpole shrimp begin to feed and grow. They are omnivores that will eat algae, organic particles that they stir up from the bottom and guide into their mouth. They may also prey upon small arthropods like mosquito larvae, which is actually very useful, right? Worms and anything that they can capture and eat. They may also be cannibalistic. I mean, maybe. They develop rapidly, reaching maturity in as little as 8 days. Populations likely consist primarily of hermaphrodites that are capable of self fertilization. Some males may be present, though. Eggs are laid in batches, about one per day during its brief adult life. They are short lived, typically surviving for only about 2 to 4 weeks. But also at the small pool that they're um, growing in, like I think they're also present in California and I think it said New Mexico. I don't remember. Um, that they would die then too, right? The eggs must completely dry out before they can hatch. Their eggs are known as cysts, and they are extremely narrowly resistant to desiccation and temperature extremes and can remain dormant for up to 2 decades. And they have been essentially the same, have remained virtually unchanged for the last only 70 million years. Um, and then I found uh, article that says they're pests, which I don't know was kind of funny. It's called "Begone Tadpole Shrimps." They're quote time travelers in rice fields. You may never have seen a tadpole shrimp, but you ought to be concerned about it, especially if you like rice. It's neither a tadpole nor a shrimp, but a crustacean pest that feeds on rice seedlings and flooded rice fields. Rice growers currently rely heavily on pyrethroid insecticides to manage tadpole shrimp. And at the Entomological Society of America in Denver, and agricultural specialist Ian Grenberger proposed alternative management of these people. His poster was past pyrethroids alternative management approaches for tadpole shrimp and rice. And they offer non-pesticide alternatives, including the use of mosquito fish. Um, Tadpole shrimp are an early season pest in California rice fields. Soon after flooding, their eggs hatch and grow shrimp that are large enough to damage germinating rice seedlings. Currently, pyrethroid insecticides are heavily relied upon for management, as they are in many cropping systems because of their efficacy and low cost. However, contamination of surface waters is a concern, as is insecticide resistance that will happen naturally as they evolve a resistance to it, right? They evaluated alternative management strategies that could be used to manage tadpole shrimp. They tested a number of materials using small metal ring plots in natural shrimp populations. This included timings of applications to mimic an early, more proactive application, along with a later rescue application, as well as reduced rates of a number of insecticides. In addition, they used large square metal plots to evaluate if a fish, at least for mosquito control, mosquito fish, could suppress the shrimp populations. I don't know. I think these guys look really cool. That's just me. They found that a number of materials could suppress the populations, while unregistered materials did not provide sufficient control. Mosquito fish also proved able to suppress the populations, although extremely high tadpole shrimp populations could escape predation, and shrimp could outgrow risk to predators, and these results could help a field crop industry move beyond the insecticides, which will be important to address issues of environmental contamination or regulatory changes, as well as state changes in susceptibility, because eventually they're going to grow more and more resistant um, to those um, chemicals, right? Because just like germs growing more and more resistant to antibiotics, their evolution, the survival of the fittest, right? So the ones that are more resistant to those are going to survive. This has been your host, Luke. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. You're my favorite. Have a good night.